Ready.
Hello and welcome back to USR1 Retro and to this pickups video. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. In fact, the last video I did, it was a live stream. So if you haven't gone to watch that yet, it's about 2.5 hours, near enough about 3 hours. Go ahead and go and watch that. I had a lot of fun doing it, and you know, my guests for that live stream, they were absolutely awesome, and I enjoyed having them on. And I'm going to be doing another live stream soon, so keep an eye out for that. But this is going to be a pickups video. Now, this is going to be from roughly about mid-January to basically up until yesterday. These are ones that I bought on eBay UK while I was in the States, and then literally just got them shipped to my UK address. So they were all waiting for me when I got back. And also there's some that are from HMV, and there's also some that are from a couple of, well, one group in particular on Facebook, which is a Cult Cinema Collectors Club. Great little group. Get some right bargains on there. So without further ado, we're going to look at the first one, which is a DVD box set. Now, this set I've been after for absolutely ages, and this was got from a charity shop in Harlow. Now, the story behind that is that there was no individual prices on there. It was basically just make a donation of whatever you want, whatever you can spare. So I put in £1 for this. That's all I had. But £1 for this box set, I think, is an absolute steal, because I saw the Blu Ray version in CX a couple of days ago, and they want near enough £30 for it. This I'm extremely happy with, and it is, of course, The World at War, narrated by the absolute legend that was Sir Laurence Olivier. Now, this was originally released in 1973, I do believe. Yes, 31st of October 1973 it was first broadcast. And basically, I've never seen it. I love anything to do with World War II. I love learning about World War II, about what happened and that, because I think that people should basically learn about the past to stop repeating the mistakes of what happened, you know, and then we can have a better range of knowledge, and basically we can avoid shit that happened happening again. But this, as I say, 11 discs, 35.5 hours. It's also got the booklet as well, which I'm going to show you. And I actually checked the conditions of the discs while I was in the shop, and the discs, mint condition. So it's like it was bought and never watched. Even the booklet, which has got every single episode. You've even got, on the first disc, which is part 1, you've got the making of the series and the first 3 episodes. Part 1, disc 2 is the next 4 episodes. Part 2, disc 1 is the next 4, and there's literally 4 episodes per disc. Up until part 4, disc 1, where it's 3 parts, and the same with part 4, disc 2, which is another 3 episodes. You've got From War to Peace and Warrior, Reflections of a Men at War, compiled from interviews and archive footage obtained for the World at War series, and it's all about eyewitness accounts and stuff like that. Then you've got part 5, disc 1, which is another 3 episodes. Part 5, disc 2 is all about the Nazis' final solution, which, as we all know, was absolutely horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. It's got here, we see the terrifying and unforgettable stories as told by death camp survivors, and also compelling interviews with German participants. And then you've got part 2, which is archive photographs and shocking footage filmed by the Nazis themselves. So that's going to be a very hard watch. But the thing is, I think that every kid everyone around the world needs to watch about World War II and about what really happened, especially with like the genocides and the Holocaust. You know, as I say, I know people tell me and say, yeah, but we shouldn't be introducing kids to it. But the thing is, kids need to learn this stuff. This is an important part of history. And this set, I can't wait to watch this. The bits with the Holocaust are going to be hard to watch because it's shocking what the Jewish community went through at that time period. Absolutely shocking. I've heard all about Auschwitz and the other concentration camps and what went on. Seriously shocking. Absolutely shocking. I can't believe that one person could order the deaths of another group of people. But this is stuff that we should be learning to stop it from happening again. Why it shouldn't be happening again. This is essential. Really is essential. And as I say, I need to start watching this. And I think other people should as well, if they haven't seen it already. So that's the end of the DVDs. Now, onto the Blu-rays. There's only 4. 2 of these are from eBay, and 2 are from HMV. We're going to start with the eBay ones first, and one of them is one that I've had before, but I sold. The reason being is that the first print of this film, released by Arrow Video, contained a bonus film. I bought the second print, which doesn't have the bonus film. So when I sold it, I bought a copy of this first print version with the booklet. Unfortunately, it never arrived, so I've got the money back, and I've been looking for it for ages. Managed to score a copy off of eBay. It might have cost me a bit more than I wanted, 20 quid. But I'm happy to finally have it back in the collection, and I can't wait to watch the bonus film. And it is, of course, the classic The Wild Geese, with Richard Burton, Roger Moore, Hardy Kruger, and Richard Harris. And this is such a fantastic film. Really is a fantastic film. And as you see, there's the Blu-ray, and then there's the booklet as well. The booklet is in pretty much mint condition, and it's also got the reversible sleeve as well. I chose that one because while that artwork is pretty cool, I prefer that artwork, the original like poster art. That's just brilliant. Brilliant artwork, and I can't wait to see that film again. And also the bonus film, Codename Wild Geese, which has got the awesome Lewis Collins, Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, and the completely off of his nut Klaus Kinski. So that's going to be interesting to see that. It really is. And Lewis Collins, as we all know from The Professionals, and he was due to be Bond, but the producers didn't want him because he would have been too violent. But then look at Daniel Craig. He would have been awesome as James Bond. Sorely a missed opportunity. Very missed opportunity. Now the next one is one I haven't even taken out of the cellophane yet. And this is a film that I watched for the first time on Sky back in about 95. I think it was 95, 96. And great film. Absolutely phenomenal film. And there are parts of it that are actually quite harrowing. Really are. And I'm happy to have this in the collection. I was going to try and go for the DVD, but it worked out the same price as the Blu-ray, so I thought sod it and bought the Blu-ray. And there's more special features on it, especially for this imprint release. And it is Fire in the Sky. D.B. Sweeney, Craig Sheffer, Robert Patrick, James Garner, and I think Peter Berg as well, who directed Battleship, if I'm not mistaken. Battleship, not a bad film. Good for a good couple of hours distraction, you know, but this is another level of alien abduction movies. As I say, the bits where he's remembering what happened on the ship, like his abduction and all the experiments they did. Creepy as hell, harrowing, and they get under your skin. That's why it's so good. And even when the townsfolk, they kind of don't believe what happened, especially the cop. like James Garner. It's such a good film, and for an hour and 50 minutes, you know, this is going to be one that, you know, it's based on a true story as well, apparently, which is even more remarkable. You know, I think even up and like for years afterwards, people just didn't believe them. So it's going to be interesting to watch that again. In fact, I think the last time I watched it was YouTube, and it was a DVD version. So the next one is the first one from HMV, and you know what, I'll do this one first. I think this, I got this the day it was released. I haven't seen it for absolutely ages, and the thing is, it's a great comedy, great science fiction comedy, directed by the guy who directed Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman, with David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott, and also Julianne Moore. It's Evolution. There we go. I will get these right one of these days. Evolution. As I say, I haven't seen this since the DVD days, and I've always said that this was screaming out for a UK Blu-ray release, but apparently the German Blu-ray has got more special features on than this one. This has only got a couple on, but I couldn't find the German version, otherwise I would have got that one, but I'm just happy to have this in the collection. As I say, this is a great, fun film. Always enjoyed it. Lots of laughs, especially when they're trying to operate on Orlando Jones when the alien goes up his exit hole, let's just say. Yeah. As I say, great fun film, you know, and if you haven't seen it, which, you know, many people probably haven't, definitely recommended. Definitely recommended indeed. And now the next one is one, again, it's the second of the HMV purchases, and it's a film that I've only seen once. I've really, really enjoyed it. Great action film, directed by Martin Campbell, who directed Goldeneye and also Casino Royale, amongst other films. Stars Chris O'Donnell, the late great Bill Paxton, and Scott Glenn, as well as Robin Tunney from The Craft, and it is Vertical Limit. Absolutely brilliant film, and one that I can't wait to revisit. I just remember, I think, Bill Paxton being a right bastard in this, from what I can remember. You know, I think this is going to be one that well, it's just going to be great to watch again. And I didn't realise that Tamura Morrison was in it. I must have missed that bit. And Isabella Scorupco, who was in Goldeneye, funnily enough, as she played Natalia Simyonova. So yes, this is going to be another watch. And the thing is, as well, the same with Evolution, is that it comes with the slip sleeve and also reversible artwork. Because on the original Blu-ray release, it had that artwork. Whereas that is the original poster artwork, which I must admit, I do like even more. But no, I'm happy to have this in the collection. Might have been 17 quid. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So that's the end of the Blu-rays. Now we're moving on to the 4Ks. These are a mixture of eBay purchases and Amazon, I think. Yes, Amazon, and from loads of other places. And you know what? I'm going to start off with this one. And this is one I've actually had since before Christmas, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But you've got 2 discs, one Blu-ray, one 4K. I had the limited edition Blu-ray of this, and as soon as I got this, because it was a hell of a lot cheaper, I sold that. And this is just an amazing film, an amazing manga film, and it is Akira, based on the manga comic strip, comic book, graphic novel, whatever it is. what can be said about Akira that hasn't been said already? It's just a fantastic piece of cyberpunk. It really is. I know it compacts the actual comic down into a... How long is it on for? It's about 2 hours. Two and a quarter hours, roughly. But the animation is amazing. The music is amazing. It's just a great film. Really mind-bending. Great. It's just a mind fuck. It really is, but it's just so good. So good. And I've had this literally on DVD, on Blu Ray, and now I've got it on 4K. So apparently this version fixes some things that were wrong in the original Blu Ray version, or something or other, anyway, or in the original version at least. I actually went back and sorted them out, so that's going to be pretty cool to see that. But yeah, that was £8 off of Facebook, I think it was. Yes, £8 off of that Facebook group. Can't go wrong for that, especially for that film. Fantastic film. Now, you know what? I'll do this one next. Carrying on the Facebook group purchases. Now, this is one that basically has been screaming out for a sequel. If we can get 10 Fast and Furious films, surely we can get a sequel for this. And it is Dread with Carl Urban. Now, I watched this a couple of times over the past month or so. And the 4K picture on this German version is good. It's very, very good. It is a noticeable step up from the Blu Ray. Now, of course, you do get 2 discs. The same with Akira. You get the 4K and the Blu Ray as well. It plays in English, which is great, and it also has all these special features from the original Blu Ray as well, which is also cool. And how much did I pay for this? £12. £12. People on eBay and Amazon want 20 plus. £12. So if you're a movie fan like I am and you want this film on 4K, it's always worth checking out the movie buying and selling groups on Facebook, because you can get bargains like this for certain. And the last one, you know what, I'll do this one as well, off of the same group. Now, I've been after this on 4K for a while. In fact, I missed a copy on the same group that went for about £35. And you know, I thought copy's never going to come up, but then 2 weeks ago, this one came up for £32. The American import, so you only get 5 discs. You don't get Blu-rays of the films. You just get the 4Ks of the films and the bonus features Blu-ray. And it is Indiana Jones, the 4-movie collection. Not that fussed about Dial of Destiny, because to me, Dial of Destiny is awful. Is it better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Probably not. Probably not. But for £32, it works out a tenner each. A tenner each for the original trilogy, £2 for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and the bonus Blu-ray is just an extra, you know. But I mean, even with this, I mean, obviously you got the backing card, but you've also got this awesome poster. It's double-sided, which on one side has got as well as the discs themselves. £32. I'd say that's a bargain. I really would. So, the next 4K I actually bought before Christmas, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so I don't know what the picture's like in it, but I've been told it's top notch. And this is one of my favourite John Wayne movies, with Dean Martin and Ricky Nelson, and it is Rio Bravo. And as I say, I got this before Christmas, and you get a nice little slip sleeve, and you get 2 discs. You get the 4K, and then you get the Blu Ray. Now, you also get a commentary by John Carpenter and Richard Scheichel, and then you get a documentary, featurette, and a trailer, I think, on the Blu Ray. So I'll be watching that soon. And as I say, I love John Wayne films, especially his ones from The Searchers up. I mean, this is an absolute classic, and was later remade as El Dorado, with Robert Mitchum playing the Dean Martin role of the drunk. Yeah, recovering drunkard. And Ricky Nelson's part was played by James Caan. So, but classic film, classic film, definitely ranks up there with The Alamo as one of my favourite John Wayne films. Now the next one is also from HMV, and it was when they were doing their 40% off. It had been knocked down to 14 quid, and it is a film that basically I think is the only Transformers film you will ever need, and it is the original animated film from 1986. And you get this awesome slipcover with that awesome artwork, but then you also get, on the reverse, the original VHS artwork, and on the back as well. It also has 2 discs, one 4K and one Blu-ray. The Blu-ray version is full screen, and I think that's just the special features are on. But yeah, as I say, literally the only Transformers film you will ever need. I think that the live action one's absolute pony. I've not watched Rise of the Beast because I'm not interested in it, and I haven't watched Bumblebee because basically, again, you know, I should really watch Bumblebee because many people have said it is the best one. But I think after being bitten by all the other Transformers films, I've just got no interest. I don't know why, but that I've got all the time in the world for. Fantastic film. Animation on it is still amazing, and the restoration, even though there are some shots that were a little bit soft, I think that's due mainly to the original source material. So that's nothing to do with the upgrade, but worthwhile purchase for 14 quid. I think it's now gone up, along with the next 3. Now I got these all at the same time. They were knocked down from $29.99 to $24.99, and then knocked down to 15 quid. And I thought I'd be stupid to pass them up at that price. And this is one of my favourite trilogies, along with the original Indiana Jones trilogy, and also Back to the Future, and Alien 1, 2 and 3. No, I don't count Resurrection because Resurrection is shite, and I refuse to watch it. But, as I say, 15 quid each for these, I think that's a bargain. Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior, and also Beyond Thunderdome, which I watched yesterday, and the picture on it was literally, it was fantastic. Awesome transfer onto 4K for that. Now in every single one, I'm not going to take all the stuff out of it, you get postcards, well, art cards, and you also get double-sided poster as well in their own little box and that, as well as the film. And it's the same for those 2 as well. But the artwork, this is awesome artwork. That isn't. I'd go for that one every single time. I just don't know why they didn't use the original artwork for them. I don't know. But still, 15 quid a pop instead of 30. Half price. That was well worth it. I think the price has gone up on them since. But if you've still got a HMV, which might still have the prices down at that, well, the prices at 15 quid, I'd pick them up. They're worth it. They really are. So, on to the first of the Amazon purchases. And now this one, I wasn't too keen on the original artwork for this. It was like an oily kind of artwork, and it was absolutely shocking. Hated the artwork. So I downloaded pre-made artwork that someone had done a custom cover, printed it off, and I think it looks better. The transfer on the film itself, again, is nothing short of spectacular. So possibly one of the best restorations that I have seen on 4K so far. And it is Alien, the absolute masterpiece of science fiction horror. As I say, that is the custom artwork. I put the 18 logo there and on the back, because it doesn't come with it, because it was a US sleeve. But you know what? That's better, I think. And you also get the 2 discs. You get the 4K and the Blu Ray. The 4K is the English release disc because it's got the 15 rating. Interesting. It's been downgraded to 15. I had no idea. Interesting, Mr. Bond. And then you've also got the French Blu Ray, which I think is in English as well. So the only thing is, though, is that the special features, all you get is both cuts, an audio commentary, like 2 audio commentaries, an introduction to the director's cut, theatrical and composer isolated scores, and deleted and extended scenes. So there's no The Beast Within documentary, there's none of the stuff like the enhancement pods off of the bonus Blu-ray and the anthology set, which I think is a missed opportunity. This is the 40th anniversary version. It should have had those special features, and I think it's a crime that happened. That it was just a token selection of special features. There should have been more than that for such a landmark release, like an anniversary release, 40th anniversary, and only a small. But I don't know what goes through the minds of some people. Like with the artwork, I can't believe someone actually looked at that and went, "Yeah, that'll do," and signed it off. I would have said, "Well, hang on a minute, put all the special features in there, make it a proper anniversary release. Use the original artwork," but they never. Missed opportunity, I think. Now, next up is the film's sequel, and I've been waiting for a 4K of this for a hell of a long time. And yes, I bought a copy, and yes, the picture quality on it. Of course, there are going to be people who turn around and say it should have been better. For me, it is an upgrade on the Blu-ray, you know, and the fact that we've got every single special feature on here on their own discs. That's the Blu-ray, that's the 4K, that's the bonus Blu-ray with every single special feature on. And for the 25 quid when it came out, I think that was bloody worth it. Every single special feature, I think, from the Laserdisc archive as well. And it's also got the Superior Firepower documentary off of the bonus Blu-ray from the anthology. Now, if this release can have all the special features, why couldn't this one? But yes, I love this film. My first viewing of it was the special edition, which was recorded for Sky, I think about 91. So I was about 9 years old. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I've loved it ever since. And or was it 92 or 93? It was when it premiered on Sky. The special edition first premiered on Sky Movies. And as I say, I've loved it ever since. It's probably one of the best sequels ever made. Along with Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. You know, everything about it is just awesome. Action, the setup, everything. Absolutely awesome. And yes, James Cameron did use AI to try and get the best out of this that he could. There is a very fine grain layer to still make it look a little bit, you know, and bar a couple of shots where the faces do look too smooth, you know, there's no definition to them, I still think this is an excellent transfer, an excellent restoration, bar those shots. I think if I was to give it a rating, probably an 8, maybe an 8.5. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it looks. I really am. It's one that I will be revisiting often. Like with the next one, it's the next one of the James Cameron remasters, and it is one that sadly we won't ever get in the UK because of animal cruelty laws. Apparently, they turned around and said you can release it in the UK as long as that scene is cut. Disney said, okay. Cameron said, no way. So, it got shelved. I got this from America. And I'm so glad I did. Because the film looks absolutely fucking gorgeous. So I think it's safe to say that this was the very last one to be done with the AI tool. So of course, you've got the Blu Ray, you've got the 4K disc there. Now both of those discs have got both versions on, the special edition and the theatrical, which I think the special edition is better. And you've also got, sorry, that's the Blu Ray, that's the special features. And again, just like Aliens, it's got every single special feature, even from the Laserdisc. For the most complete package ever. I'm so glad to have this finally on 4K. We've been promised the Blu-ray of this for absolutely ages. And when it never came, I was disappointed. You know, but I thought, I still have my DVD, that'll do for now. And then when they announced that the 4K was actually definitely coming, and it was coming out in March, I got it straight away. I had to. It's just a mind-blowing film. It really is. Now, the next one's the last one of the James Cameron 4K remastered trilogy. Now, this is the one that apparently has the most controversial 4K transfer. And I've got a feeling it was the very first one that was done using AI. Yes, quite a few of the shots look waxy. But others are absolutely stunning. Really, really stunning. And it's a great fun film in its own right. It's basically James Cameron's version of James Bond, and it is True Lies. Now with this one, you only get the 2 discs. You get the Blu-ray and the 4K. because apparently I don't think there's a lot of special features on there. It just says fear is not an option, which I think is the new 45-minute documentary. Then you've got archives like script, artwork, and networking. Apparently it says there's more as well. So, but I have to check those special features out. But still, I love this film. Always have done and always will do. So I was glad to have it on 4K. I've got that Spanish release, which I think is a proper release. I'm not too sure. But I'm happy to have a proper release of it from the UK. And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm a big Arnie fan. So I had to get it. Just like I had to get the next one. Now this was bought just after I got back from the States, and it was in the 2 for $30 from HMV, and I wanted to upgrade my Blu Ray copy for a good long time, because the copy on Blu Ray I had was just the film. There was no special features disc included for some reason. I don't know why. And when I saw this, I was like, I need to pick it up, because I wanted to see what it was like in 4K, and it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away how good it looked and how good it sounded in 4K, especially the opening scenes. I literally saw things I never saw before. I was that blown away by it, and it was still so powerful. And it is Saving Private Ryan, and you get 3 discs. You get the 4K disc and the 2 Blu-rays, one for the film, one for the special features. And as I say, this is still going for roughly about 20 quid on eBay, even on Amazon as well. So in the 2 for $30, it was a no-brainer. This is possibly just one of my favourite Steven Spielberg films, along with Close Encounters and Jaws. Like the films that he's directed, you know. It's just fantastic. Really is probably one of the best war films I've ever seen. It's definitely up there in my top 5, along with The Great Escape and The Bridge Too Far. You know, and also Where Eagles Dare. Classic film, Where Eagles Dare. That's one that needs to come out in 4K as well. But that, as I say, the opening battle on Omaha Beach looks so good. Really does look so damn good. As does the next one, which I got at the same time. Now, I think this has only just been released on 4K. And, yeah, it was included already. And, or it might have been last year, I think. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to upgrade my Blu-ray copy, and I'm glad I did, because it looks great in 4K. It really does. And it is The Fugitive. Now, that is the slip sleeve, and you've got the poster they used down in the bottom right-hand corner. Sorry, bottom left-hand corner there. And you know what? I don't actually mind that artwork. I really don't. It's not busy or anything. And it's a good indicator of what the film is about. And then on the inside again, you've got the 4K and you've got the Blu-ray as well. And I think Dr. Richard Kimball is probably one of Harrison Ford's best performances, if not his very best performance. It's still a great film even now, 31 years after the fact. And it still takes your breath away at certain points. It really does, especially the train crash at the very beginning. It was so well done. So well done, like special effects and everything. It's just one of the best crash scenes I've ever seen in my life. absolutely fantastic. And the fact that Harrison Ford done his own stunts as well, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing indeed. You know, if you haven't seen it on 4K, make sure to get a copy. In the 2 for 30, go for it. It looks great on 4K. It really does. And as I say, it's one of my favourite films. So the upgrade for me is well worth it. Really well worth it. Now the next one is another one in the 2 for 30. And I got this a couple of weeks ago and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Although I did watch half of it many years ago when it was on BBC One in one of its many cut forms. And it is The Hunt for Red October and the very first appearance of one Jack Ryan, in this one played by Alec Baldwin. With this lovely slip sleeve, which I must admit I don't actually mind that artwork. It's not busy whatsoever. It looks all hand drawn, which to me is great. I mean, it might be superimposed on there. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't. No, it might be hand drawn. I don't know. But you get 2 discs with this one. You get the 4K and the Blu Ray. And even though there's not really a lot of special features, you've got a commentary which is on both discs, and then you've got cast and crew interviews on a segment called Beneath the Surface and the theatrical trailer. But I can't wait to watch this again and hopefully make it through more than half. But I do love a good Sean Connery movie. I'm so glad to have this on 4K. I really am. And again, as I say, it was in the 2 for 30, which makes it well worth it. Along with the next one, which is a film that I normally wouldn't watch, and one that I normally wouldn't buy. But my nephew managed to get my mum a copy of it on DVD last year, and we sat and watched it. And to my surprise, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And enjoyed it more than I thought I would, so shall I say. And when I saw this, I was umming and ahhing about getting it. And then I thought, no, you know what, because I want to watch it again, I will get it. And also because of the wealth of special features. And it is the classic Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. And I've been told that this restoration on 4K is one of the best ones out there. Now you get 2 discs again, you get the 4K and you also get the Blu Ray. Now the special features on the Blu Ray are actually quite extensive. I mean, you've got an introduction by Lauren Bacall, who I think married Humphrey Bogart not long after the film or something, or just before the film was made, or something like that, I don't know. Then there's 2 separate commentaries, and then you've got Michael Curtiz, the greatest director you've never heard of, Casablanca, an unlikely classic, Warner Night at the Movies, great performances Bacall on Bogart. You must remember this, a tribute to Casablanca. As time goes by, the children remember. Deleted scenes, outtakes, cartoons, audio-only scoring stage sessions, 19th of the 11th, 1947 Vox Pop radio broadcast, theatrical trailers, and more. So I'm quite intrigued to find out what the more is, but I'm glad that there's cartoons on there as well. But yeah, I can't wait to see this again. I really can't. It was such a good film. When I started watching, I thought this is going to be boring, but by the end I was hooked. I was so invested in it. And it was deserving of its 1943 Academy Award for Best Picture. So good. So good. And yeah, if the transfer is, as people have said, That's going to be absolutely mind-blowing on 4K. Now, the next one is from Eureka themselves. And as soon as it was announced, I went straight to the website and pre-ordered it. And I made sure to get the 4K version. And it's a film that I watched last year on DVD for the very first time after having it on recorded VHS for donkey's years and not even getting around to watching it. So I thought, I'm going to watch it this time. And I liked it. Really, really enjoyed it. There were some cheesy moments in there, some cheesy acting. On the whole, such a good film. Really enjoyed it. The second one I need to watch again because even though it was good, I wasn't taken by it. But it's one that I need to watch again. And it is China O'Brien 1 and 2. Now, not only do you get this rather awesome slipcase, you get that artwork as well, which I think is pretty cool. And you also get that artwork on the poster, which I'm not going to unravel. But it's basically that artwork on one side and that on the other side. And you also get this rather cool booklet with the Lady Dragon herself on the front and also the back. And it also says about it's like an essay on the film. There's some stills. There's the cast and crew for both films. And there's also a How the West Was Won essay by James Oliver as well. There's the viewing notes. Then you've got the release credits. It's a great set. And the thing is as well is that on the other side of this, you've also got the artwork for China O'Brien too, so you can switch it round as you please. But I'm going to keep it on that one because that's awesome artwork. That's just pretty cool. And I love the fact that, you know, you've got Dakota there, and I can't remember his name now. I can't remember his name at all. I honestly can't remember his name. But yeah, such a great set to have. I can't wait to dig into the second one again. In fact, I watched the first one again last week. Yeah, last week. And yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It really is some good action. Really good action. Now, this next one was bought off of Amazon before Christmas. So what I was saying earlier on about from mid-January to now, I forgot about this being Christmas. I've literally just remembered along with a couple of the other ones as well. But I was looking everywhere for this on 4K. And for some reason, for the longest time, I couldn't get it. I don't know why. Just couldn't get it. And then I saw this on Amazon Warehouse, and I think it was about 11 quid. Plus a couple of quid postage. So I thought, I'll get it. And now they've re-released it in a thinner case, but I like this thicker case version. And it is The Lost Boys, an absolute classic. Although I'm not taken by that artwork whatsoever. I think that's absolutely crap. So, off with the slipcover, I made my own. Just got the picture from the internet. Put titles on it. Put the title of the film on there. The old BBFC rating. The Warner logo. Put my own blurb up there. Just made it myself. You know, and I think that is much better than that. I really, really do. And as with the other ones, you get the 4K and the Blu Ray. And I must admit, the 4K picture, it's a nice transfer. Very, very nice transfer indeed. It's a great film anyway. I mean, I still remember watching a BBC One recording on VHS back in the early 90s, I think it was. And I loved the film. Absolutely loved the film. And so when it came to upgrade from my original Blu-ray, I thought, yes, I'm doing that for certain. Come back here, Here, look. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Go on, then again. And, you know, I thought, oh, this is going to be one of those ones where the 4K restoration is not going to be all that good. But for me, the Warner titles I've got there, they've actually surpassed my expectations. You know, I mean, yeah, I haven't seen Rio Bravo yet, and I haven't seen the Casablanca restorations. But when I do, you know, hopefully they'll surpass my expectations as well. But that's the best I've ever seen the Lost Boys look. Even the composite special effects, they look absolutely great on it. They really do. Even the vistas as well as like the like the shots of the fair at the sunset, they look amazing. They really do. So if you haven't got it on 4K, pick it up. It's worth picking up. It really, really is. Really, really is. The very last one is one that I think is a fantastic film. For me, it's up there as one of Kevin Costner's best films. And again, it's also got Sean Connery in, but this one's got Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia, and Charles Martin Smith, and it is The Untouchables. Now, again, this is another artwork that I think is okay. Nothing special. The original artwork should have been used. Why they didn't, I don't know. This is okay. Would have preferred the original. But with this, you only get the one disc, which is the 4K. Which is quite sad, really, as I would have liked the Blu Ray as well. But, as we know, with everything in life, you can't have everything. But this was brand new and sealed off of eBay. Didn't cost me 20 quid. It didn't cost me 15. This cost me £12.50, including postage, and I am so happy. And I am so happy that I have managed to get it for that price, because everywhere else is still like 20 quid, 19 quid, whatever. You know, so to get it for such a good price, like with Smokey and the Bandit on 4K as well, I was the only person who bid on that, and I got it for 9 quid, including postage. You know, everyone else wanted 20 quid and up for it. In some cases, like 19 quid and that, but I got it for a tenner. So the thing is, it does pay to have a look on eBay every once in a while. There's a film you want, have a look on eBay. It's like I've got a set coming, which I'm not going to... Actually, I've got 2 sets coming that I'm not going to reveal. I'm going to do unboxing videos of both when they get here. And I'm so excited. So excited. I cannot even begin to tell you. One of them is an absolute favourite of mine. The other set, I've not seen the films at all, so I'm going to be watching them blind. But one of the films has got 2 versions. I think it's the TV version and the original theatrical version. So I'm going to be watching both when they get here. And I cannot wait. I really cannot wait whatsoever. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed the look at the 4Ks, Blu-rays and the DVD set that I got. Yeah, so if you like this video, you know what to do. I'm not going to say. You want to subscribe, go ahead and do it. You know, I've got loads of other stuff on there that you might like. Hopefully I have. You never know. And also, click on the bell as well. You'll get notified when I upload more shit. And also when I decide to go live as well. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Be nice to one another. Sorry. Be nice to one another. And look after yourselves. and I'll see you on the next video. So until then, this is USR1 Retro signing off. Goodbye for now.